welcome to another episode of Headline Canada. In today's episode, we will talk about the city of Brampton, which is also known as the Flower City. Brampton has recently launched a public engagement campaign for a future-ready Brampton. To know what this project is about and what is the vision of this project, we have with us the Planning and Development Services Commissioner, Rob Elliott. Hello, very warm welcome to PTC Punjabi.
Hello, thank you very much for having me.
Pleasure. So we would like to know what exactly the planning vision is.
Great. Well, the planning vision is an exercise that we've decided to undertake with the public to reach out to our community to understand what they want this city to look like in the future. It's easy for planners to write a document and approve developments, but we really want to make sure what we're delivering is what our residents need and want in the future.
And what are the different areas that the city is actually focusing on?
So actually there's lots of different areas. As you know, we've got a traditional suburban model here,
yes.
But we've also got a vibrant downtown, and we've got great green space as well. So we're looking at these themes and deciding how to get the best out of them to develop a city that offers a little something for everybody.
Mr. Elliott, I would like to know that what exactly inspired you to start this project?
Well, great. Actually, I started as the commissioner here in the spring, and the city had decided at that time that the planning vision was very instrumental to moving forward. And the reason for that was that they realized there were so many opportunities that the city had. We're close to an airport, we've got a very vibrant and diverse community, we've got a university coming to town.
Yes.
So at that point, the city wisely decided it was time to really reach out to the community to decide, how do you want all these pieces to fit together, and what do you want the city to deliver to make sure this is a vibrant and successful community?
And how can people get involved with these projects?
Well, great. Actually, there's multiple ways that we're reaching out to the community. One is our website, which is www.brampton.ca/future-ready, and we're asking for feedback. People can drop pins on maps or ideas or videos or comments. The other one is we're reaching out to the community through these charrettes and consultations with the public. That includes school groups, community agencies, general members of the public. And what we're doing is we're asking for that feedback and,
yes.
and getting people to give us their comments and their ideas and their suggestions. So what we're doing is we're keeping that formal process open to the end of October, and then after that we will keep a process open, but it might not shape the document that we're trying to create, but we'll always keep that public consultation opportunity available for the public. So we're taking that feedback and creating this dream document that we're calling the planning vision.
So have you received any feedback so far?
We've heard from thousands of people, actually. We've heard through our website, we've heard through our in-person consultations, our charrettes. We've had lots of formal and informal dialogue, and we've had fantastic feedback, which is really going to help us shape our future.
And you mind telling us what the feedbacks, what like really people want for Brampton, what change they want to see in Brampton?
Sure, absolutely. And there was some interesting feedback that we heard, both positive and constructive. On the positive front, people were really pleased about the green space we have to offer. There's lots of things about the city. They like the downtown, but in terms of areas that we could do a little bit better, transportation and getting around the city, having more jobs available within the city, and being able to stay in place. Age in the community that you grew up in are things that we're hearing as well.
And after receiving a feedback, after the deadline of October 31st, how will you make sure that the vision becomes a reality?
So this is where the tough work begins, actually. We will take that vision document, which is really what we call a dream document. Then we have to actually translate that into planning policy. So that will dictate the types of uses we want and how we get them. And some of those are a little trickier. We might have to offer incentives or motivations to get the types of development we want. And that's where council will have to weigh in and decide how to best achieve those accomplishments that we're after.
What do you think why you need people's feedback? Why a person should get involved with the Brampton city?
It's so important to hear from the community because as planners, we have a good idea of what a city should look like. But the reality is we need to hear from the public about what they want. What are the little nuances and the elements that make a great city that people can raise a family in, that they can work in, that they can stay in, and they can be very proud of. So those are the things that we need to help shape those formal planning documents. And then once we have all that, we can ensure that we actually have a framework in place that'll deliver upon these needs and wants of our residents.
Absolutely. And what message you have for our viewers?
If anything, I please ask you to get involved in either, whether it's through our website, our email address, or an in-person consultation through our charrettes. We really want to hear your feedback, whether it's critical or positive, any way that you think we can do something different that's going to result in a community that you can be proud of and want to be a part of. We're happy to hear back from you, and it's so important to hear from you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਸਿਟੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਤੇ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਗਲੇ 25 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਸਿਟੀ ਦੀ ਰੂਪਰੇਖਾ ਕਿਹੋ ਜਿਹੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਅਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਕਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਹਨ ਜੋ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਰੈਡੀ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਬਦੀਲ ਕਰਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਹਾਇ ਹੋਣਗੀਆਂ। ਇਸ ਲਈ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਵੱਡਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਈਡੀਆਜ਼ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਸਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤੇ। ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਸਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਪਲਾਨਿੰਗ ਵਿਭਾਗ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਗਰੁੱਪਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੀਟਿੰਗਸ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਹਨ। ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਗਈਆਂ ਬੈਠਕਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ 1025 ਆਈਡੀਆਜ਼ ਦੱਸੇ ਜਾ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਨੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ 1000 ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਨੁਕਤਿਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੱਸ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਧਾਰਨਾ, ਸਕਾਈ ਟ੍ਰੇਨ ਚਲਾਉਣਾ, ਐਂਟਰਟੇਨਮੈਂਟ ਜ਼ੋਨਸ ਖੋਲ੍ਹਣਾ ਅਤੇ ਔਰਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਪਾਰ ਦੇ ਖੇਤਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧਣ ਲਈ ਮੌਕੇ ਪ੍ਰਦਾਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਸਣੇ ਕਈ ਹੋਰ ਮਹੱਤਵਪੂਰਨ ਨੁਕਤੇ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਹਨ। Is there any age limit for the people who can actually provide you the feedback, or anyone can provide the feedback for the Brampton?
So there's absolutely no restriction whatsoever. Anybody can provide their feedback. And in fact, we've made a very concerted effort to make sure that everybody is heard. Little kids to seniors, our youth, every social, economic, faith-based segment of our community, we have been purposely trying to get every voice heard. Yeah.
So it means like it doesn't have to be a resident of Brampton. So even if you're working in Brampton, you can provide the feedback.
That's correct. If you live, work, or play in Brampton and you love Brampton, you care about its future, your input, it matters to us and it's important, and it will be weighted the same as everybody else's. Yeah.
And can you tell us what feedbacks you have received?
So we've received so much feedback on the website. At the events, we receive these cards that people write on, and then we type these up and add them to the website. But really interesting is we wanted to give a voice to kids, exactly for the reason so that no voice is excluded and there's no age limit. So we developed a drawing contest. So you have some kids who want an amusement park, a green city, more solar energy, indoor parks and water parks, more IB schools, world unity. You really get a sense of kids, what they're thinking, and this plan is really for them. It's a vision for 2040 of Brampton, and their voice matters because they will be living that future, and we want that to be a Brampton that represents what they want to see in their city as well.
And I see this kid is actually talking about the environment and how he or she actually has drew this. It says recycling, garbage, and I think the kids actually really are keen to work for the city of Brampton.
Absolutely. I mean, so many kids have voiced environment as a concern and just making space better and greener and with a future in mind, right? Because if we don't take care of our environment, the kids know that we won't have a great future. So it's really important for us to look at it through their lens as well and be reflective of that.
ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਨੂੰ ਭਵਿੱਖ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਰ ਬਿਹਤਰ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਪੀਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਅੱਗੇ ਆਉਣ ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣਾ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਪਾਉਣ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਈਡੀਆਜ਼ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਦੇ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। How can people actually go onto the website and see what exactly the city is looking for?
Okay, let me show you. So just go into your internet browser and type www.brampton.ca/future-ready. And then it takes you to our website. So here we are. Share your bright ideas for our brilliant future. So you have a couple of options. You can go to your map, and here what people have done is they've pinpointed areas that they like. I love it here with the red. We can do better here with the green. Or I wish this was here. So if you've seen something in other cities and you wish Brampton had it, you can put that on the map. So I'll just scroll you in a little bit more. So you can see all the areas where people have written something. And you can add your point about what you'd like. So this one says, please add a left turning lane. So it could be something as simple as that. Then if we go back, you can also add your ideas, or you can vote on other people's ideas. So here, you can view everybody's ideas. Just give them a second to load up because there are a lot of them. And you can type in your own idea, or you can put a heart on other people's ideas depending on what you like. Oh, sorry you guys, let's see. So there's something like close to 2,000 ideas on this website. We need more parks, especially for the elderly, more things for kids. There's a whole bunch of different things. There's almost 2,000 ideas here. And then you can upload a video or do whatever, in whatever way you want to engage. Your voice matters to us. So it's your map, your ideas. You can write a story. If you want to see where we're going to be engaging with the public, this past Friday night we were at Loafers Lake, we were at the market, we were at the Diwali festival, and then this Friday we're going to be at Gore Meadows for their Fright Night, and then the engagement comes to a close on October 31st. So these are the events that we have left under events. So those are the various ways that you can participate on the website.
ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਰੈਡੀ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਇੰਗੇਜਮੈਂਟ ਕੈਂਪੇਨ ਦਾ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਬਣਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਈਡੀਆਜ਼ 31 ਅਕਤੂਬਰ ਤੱਕ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਸਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਭੇਜ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਹੈਡਲਾਈਨ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਿਲਹਾਲ ਸਮਾਂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਦਾ। ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਜਲਦ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। Welcome back after the break, and now we have with us the project manager Antonita Miniklo. Hi, very warm welcome to BDC Punjabi.
Thank you.
So we would like to know what inspired you to get involved with this project.
Sure. So I was part of the CAO's office at the time, and we really recognized that Brampton has so much potential, but we weren't living up to it, and we have a great city that could be even greater, and how did we do that? So we wanted to bring on someone to help us with that, and then I couldn't help but be a part of it, because this was our chance as Brampton to show the world, Canada, what a great place we are, what beautiful diversity we have here, our economic prosperity, our location to the airport, all the wonderful things about Brampton weren't being showcased, and I thought this would be a great way to showcase it, to hear from our residents, and so I couldn't help but want to be a part of that process.
And what's your vision personally for this planning vision project?
So I want to say that my vision matters less than everybody else's vision. My vision is hopefully that this vision is reflective of the residents of Brampton. And so as a team, we've made an effort to go out there and speak to everyone, all voices, any events, whether they were cultural events, religious events. We spoke with homeless people, we spoke with our faith-based groups. We went to where people were naturally congregating so that we could make it easy for them to communicate with us. We've spoken to children as young as 3 years old to people 93 years old. So my vision is that the vision is reflective of the hopes and dreams of people who live, work, and play in Brampton. Then on a more personal note, as someone who lives in Brampton, moved to Brampton from Toronto and made a choice to come here and raise my family here, I want a Brampton that is sustainable economically, environmentally, socially. I want a Brampton that is inclusive and equitable for all of us, and I really want a Brampton that showcases our true potential as a city and just celebrates the microcosm of the world that lives in Brampton.
Do you think that this project will actually make a difference?
I hope so. I've been working really hard, so it will make a difference. As a city, I think we believe that this is Brampton's time, and a planning vision will help us to know where we're going and how to get there. So instead of just, you know, it's great, things happen, it's more organic in a sense. We need to have, as a city, we will have a plan of how we want to grow, where we want to grow, and we'll have a clear message to people who live around us or developers, anybody wanting to move to Brampton. Brampton is future ready, we're progressive, we want to be inclusive of everybody, and we want our landscape to be a reflection of that. So I think it will make a difference in that way, but also empowering people. So much of this process has been giving a voice to people who have never had a voice in how their city develops. So when that happens, you create more engagement. People care a little bit more. They feel like that vision is a reflection of me, and it's a reflection of my values and my dreams and my hopes for my family, for my grandchildren, and for future generations. So I think when a vision includes that, the difference is engagement. People, the way they deal with the city, the way they view the city, and the way they have more vested interest in how the city unfolds. It's not just a place where maybe you live or you come to sleep. It's where you enjoy every aspect of life in this community. So I'm hoping that that will be the key difference, giving people a voice, knowing that their voice matters so much to planning staff, and we really want to do things that are a reflection of them. And that also said, if the engagement that we've done has been successful, and we genuinely hope that people have been involved and that we've been able to reach a lot of people, the plan can live on. It will survive any changes that may happen in the next 5, 10 years, whether they be political or anything of that nature. The plan has survivability because it was a plan designed and reflective of the people, and it's a plan for the people, for their future. So I hope that's the impact that the vision has.
Very well said. And we would also like to know that, what do you think how this feedback will be used?
The feedback is critical, and it's the foundation of the plan. So when people say right now, what is the planning vision? In many ways, the plan doesn't exist because the feedback is what will inform the plan. And that's what I think is different about this than we've ever done in the past as a government organization. So the feedback that we've gathered has been through 3 main ways. One is the website, which if you haven't gone there, I encourage you to go and check it out, www.brampton.ca/future-ready. And there you can map points on a map. I like it here, we could do better here. Or you can write your ideas. Or if you don't want to write your own ideas, you can like people's ideas and put a little heart on them. Or you could submit a story or a video. The other piece is that we've been having focus groups with all members of our community, and this is where there's 3 hours discussion. We're saying, what do you want to see happen in Brampton, and how do you think we can get there? So we've done about 30 of those, and then the last one, and one that has probably been the most fun for me because I've gone to meet all of people, all the residents of Brampton, has been going out to people, recreation centers, the mall. We were just at Bramalea City Centre 2 full days for Diwali. We've been everywhere to try and make it easy for people to interact with us. And then at that point, they can either go to our website because we have iPads with us, or they write down their ideas. Kids have been drawing ideas, so it's just so beautiful. And so all of that engagement then, and that feedback is synthesized into themes. Those themes are then provided to the consultant, Larry Beasley, who's helping us with this process, and those become the pillars or the foundation for the planning vision. After that feedback is then weaved with best practices from around the world on how to plan cities in more progressive and sustainable ways, and that will form the vision. So the engagement and the feedback we receive, you will see it reflected in the vision, and you'll know, oh, my idea, my thoughts, they mattered because I can see them in the vision, reflected in the vision.
Absolutely, and I think it really encourages people as well that when they see that the city is actually working on their ideas. How was your experience when you met them?
I was just so touched. I had people saying, you know, we met with people who said, oh my God, the city is so concerned about the future. They want to plan for our grandchildren, and they got emotional. And then another meeting we had last week, we just went out to a program that rehabilitates people who were previously in jail. And they said, no one has ever asked us what we think. We went to speak to homeless people. We went to speak to our youth, our millennials. And they said, oh, the city's finally sort of talking to us because we have a voice too. So that for me, it's been the most rewarding process. And I think for the whole team, we're just so pleased to have the opportunity to go out there and speak to people and to give them a voice.
So we all know that the city is actually working on the vision project, the planning vision project. What message you have for our viewers?
Please participate. Your ideas, your dreams, your hopes, they matter to us, and we hope that this vision ultimately is a reflection of that, and we're able to give you an even better Brampton, an even greater experience, and just a profound pride of living here and being part of this city.
Thank you so much for joining us. It was really a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਰੈਡੀ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਬਦੀਲ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਨੁਕਤੇ 31 ਅਕਤੂਬਰ ਤੱਕ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਸਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਭੇਜ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਫਿਊਚਰ ਰੈਡੀ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਇੰਗੇਜਮੈਂਟ ਕੈਂਪੇਨ ਲਈ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਪਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਐਸੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਖਾਸ ਪੇਸ਼ਕਸ਼। ਉਮੀਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਡੀ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਖਾਸ ਪੇਸ਼ਕਸ਼ ਪਸੰਦ ਆਈ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ। ਅਗਲੇ ਹਫਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੁੜ ਤੋਂ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋਵਾਂਗੇ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਨਵੇਂ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਅਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਨਵੇਂ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ। ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦਿਓ ਇਜਾਜ਼ਤ। ਧੰਨਵਾਦ।